Hello everyone, welcome to Placement Buddies and welcome to another episode of Let's Hear from the Experienced. So today we have Pritam with us. He will share his interview experience of Capgemini. So welcome Pritam, welcome to Placement Buddies.
Thank you, Reza. Thank you so much for hosting me on your YouTube
my
channel.
pleasure. My pleasure. And so Pritam, briefly introduce yourself to our audience.
Yeah, sure. So I am Pritam Bhomik, and I have done my schooling from Ramakrishna Mission Vidyalaya, and I am graduated in BTech from bioengineering. So I'm a pass out from 2022 batch, and other than my studies, I am very passionate about football. So that's a brief introduction about me, and I am currently in CIS domain, that is Cloud Infrastructure Services in Capgemini.
Okay. So Pritam, Capgemini तुम्हारे कॉलेज में कब आया था और एलिजिबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया क्या था?
So during our batch, Capgemini came 3 times. First, it came in the midweek of September, as far as I remember, and during that time only I got placed. And after that, Capgemini came two more times. One was around the end of December, as far as I remember, and another was around March, around the first week of March. So overall, the total count was around 30 to 35 students who got placed in Capgemini. Since we were having online classes, so the CGPA criteria was a bit high. It was earlier, I think, 6.5, but during our batch it was to 7.5. And one more thing also, they don't allow students who have year gaps between schooling and colleges, and you can't have backlogs during your degree. You can't have active backlogs.
Okay, and any percentage criteria of 10th and 12th board exam?
Yeah. They generally prefer 65% or above in class 10 and class 12.
And 7.5 CGPA in the graduation, right?
Yeah. Till that semester, till 7th semester or till 7th semester or till 6th semester, you have to have 7.5 CGPA.
Okay, 7.5 CGPA. Okay, so after that, tell us something about the online test, the procedure of the online test.
Okay, so first we have to apply through a portal which is called Superset, and after applying, they will do the resume selection. On the resume selection, they will hardly omit 50 to 60 students from the overall applications. And after that, they have total of 3 rounds of qualifications. The first one is online test, which is held on Degree platform. It's basically a coding test, which includes 3 coding questions. 2 would be very easy level, and 1 is a little more than easy, I can say average level questions. And if you are able to solve 2 questions, and you can try solving the medium level question, you can do like 2 out of 4 test cases, then there are chances that you can qualify for the next round. So the thing is, after the coding questions, I mean the coding round, there is one more round which is held on A1 platform. It's basically an English test, and there were a total of 30 questions in the English test, and it's a bit difficult. You have to read books, English books. You have to watch English movies as well, and you have to have a good vocabulary to answer those questions. And there is a certain time limit. I think they gave us 30 minutes only, 30 minutes for 30 questions. So as far as my experience goes, you have to answer at least 25 questions correctly. Then you have the chances to qualify for the next round becomes easy. And the third and the most important assessment is the game-based assessment. Okay. This is very interesting. Yeah, this is very interesting that I have experienced Capgemini recruiting process. The thing is, they have a total of 5 games. The 5 games you have to complete in a particular time period. So there is also one platform where you can practice the games. I forgot the name. You can search in Google to know the platform. Okay. But the thing is, the games are very interesting. One is, I can give example. One is a puzzle-based game. So there will be like one area where you have to enter, where you have to move the blocks so that you can direct one block to that area. We have also played these kind of puzzle games in our mobile phones.
Yes.
And one more example is there is a memory puzzle type game Like there will be certain circular blocks on the screen. So one circular block will blink, and we have to remember which circular block blinked. After that, there will be a one mirror image, and we have to identify if the left hand side is the mirror image of the right hand side. There will be an option of yes and no in the bottom.
Okay.
After clicking on yes or no, depending on the image, there will be the screen of that circular black spots will again appear, and another circular black spot will blink. So you have to remember like this, and after that, 2 or 3 times the circular page will appear, and we have to click on that sequentially, like which black spot appeared first, then the second, then the third, and this one. So this type of games are there, and after that, if you perform well in this game-based round as well, they will be selected for the interview case. And during our session, we had only one interview. Earlier, they used to take, I think, HR interview and technical interview separately.
Yes.
But during our session, it was only one interview, technical plus HR. So where he asked about the technical questions and HR related questions as well.
Okay. So from where did you prepare all this, all the aptitude verbal and the game-based round, all the questions that you mentioned about?
The coding questions were like very easy. They were not very difficult. We can prepare these from Geeks for Geeks or from HackerRank. There are many other platforms available, CodeChef, etc., etc. So if we keep on practicing from those websites, we can easily clear the coding round. And for the English round, as I said, we have to read a lot of English books, stories, or we have to watch English films as well. You can watch web series, English web series to improve your English vocabulary. So this is one technique to clear the English round. And the third is the game-based round. You can practice the game-based round. I'm not sure about the website. I forgot it. But if one searches in the Google,
now we will put the website in the description. You guys can go through the website.
Okay, sure. That will be good for those who will apply for it.
Yes.
And other than the game-based round, for the technical round, I have searched a lot, like what are the questions that were asked regularly in Capgemini. And one thing I found that 70% of the students said that DBMS, database management system, is one of the key subject which is asked by Capgemini interviews. So I studied DBMS from a YouTube channel which is called Gate Smashers. So I watched the entire
playlist.
Playlist. I watched the entire playlist, and the main concepts are like normalization, and then acid properties of DBMS. There are other things, basic things like difference between update, delete, drop, truncate, etc., etc. So I think if one watches the playlist from YouTube itself, it will be very much easy to prepare for Capgemini.
Okay, so Pritam, before moving towards the online test, since Capgemini is a MNC, a multinational company, so is it required to have a passport before applying to Capgemini?
No, actually, after the onboarding, they ask for passport. But if we don't have passport, also we can fill the form. Like we have to fill it like 0000, 12 zeros. We don't require passport to fill or to apply for it.
Okay, but after getting selected in Capgemini, you should apply for the passport, right?
Yeah, you can apply for the passport, but even if you don't have, there will be no issues. Like you can fill it with zeros, and the form will be accepted. The online onboarding will be completed. No need of having a passport already.
Okay. So so tell us something about your technical interview. What happened in the technical interview? What kind of questions they asked in the technical interview?
Yeah. So basically, it depends on the interviewer itself. But in 70% of the cases, some questions will come from DBMS. And one more topic is object-oriented programming. So some basic questions.
So is it irrespective of your resume? Like if you don't have DBMS in your resumes, then also they will ask from DBMS?
There will be cases like in our batch also, one student who didn't have DBMS in his resume, he was asked some questions related to DBMS. So I think DBMS is one of the
maybe their
fundamental requirements for applying DBMS and some basic concepts of object-oriented programming. And also he will ask from the projects that we have done. So I think a project is also one important thing that you need to explain properly. And other than that, the trainings that we have done, like I have done trainings in Python and Java from Udemy. So
Mhm.
he may ask questions from those concepts as well. And apart from that, there will be some HR related questions. Like he asked me if I am available to relocate to any location that I'll be
Mhm.
onboarded on. So
Mhm.
these kinds of questions will be there. Like where do we see ourselves in 5 years? So
Yes.
these kinds of related questions will be there also.
Okay. So, according to you, DBMS is the fundamental concept you should have
Yeah,
before
it is one
applying
of the
Capgemini.
main concepts that we need to
Yeah.
require for applying Capgemini.
Okay. And what did you say? From where did you prepare the gate measures? From gate measures
Yeah,
only
these
you prepare
methods
the
is a
DBMS,
YouTube
right?
channel. You can find the entire playlist of DBMS there.
Mm-hmm.
So if we watch the entire playlist, I think it is more easy to understand
Mm-hmm.
DBMS. I have also prepared some notes in my copies, etc.
Yes.
So if
Yes.
simultaneously while watching, if you also take some notes as well, it will be more easy for the student to grasp the concepts of DBMS.
Okay. So, what kind of project you want to suggest to your juniors or to the aspirant candidate? What kind of project they should do before applying Capgemini that will help them?
Uh, from my personal experience, I did a project on actually front end and back end developing, but it was not necessarily required. So if one needs to do a project, they can do a project on database management system, like on databases, and also if multiple concepts are included in that project, like C++ along with database management system.
Mm.
So these kind of projects will be available on YouTube and also on other platforms as well. So from the internet, they can find some related topics on which he can do some projects based on those topics.
Okay. Okay. So after that, they didn't have any HR round and you got the selection, right?
Yeah, there was no HR round for us. So after the technical round, they shared the result the following day. And
Yeah.
in the first case, I think 17 or 19 were selected, including
Mhm.
triple IT. From triple IT, I think 2 students were selected, and from NIT Agartala, 17 students were selected.
Okay. Okay. So Pritam, what will you suggest to your juniors? What should be the roadmap before applying Capgemini or before starting their preparation for the placement session? What should be the roadmap?
The most basic thing is better communication. Like even if you know all the concepts of technical knowledge, but we lack in communication, that is in English. So it will be a bit difficult to get selected. Not only for Capgemini, it is in general for every placement companies. So the first and foremost thing is better communication. You can improve your communication by talking to yourself, like selecting a topic, go in front of a mirror and tell something about that for like 5 to 10 minutes. That will definitely improve the vocabulary and speaking skills as well. The second thing would be to improve the technical skills. So how to improve technical skills? There are lots of platforms in the internet. You can take any programming language you want. It could be the C++, it could be Java, or it could be Python. Now, I'm not uh, suggesting C because C is not an
The basic.
object-oriented program. Yeah. So C++, Java, or Python,
Mm.
which is allowed in the coding assessment in Capgemini, and practice questions related to C++, Java, or Python in platforms like HackerRank, CodeChef, these platforms. And other than coding, you can have knowledge about cloud, and there are other technical skills as well. You have to have knowledge about operating system, then network. So these are some of the common technical concepts that were required, and I think these will be fine. And some basic common sense is also required for the game based round. So a little bit of this and that will do to
Okay.
clear the interview.
Okay. So, as you joined the Capgemini, so share your experience after getting selected in Capgemini.
Yeah, the best thing about Capgemini is that they give you a training before
Okay.
deploying in the project. So every fresher will have a training of I think 2.5 months around, and they will be placed in several domains. My domain was CIS domain, that is Cloud Infrastructure Services. My friends got deployed in SAP, Salesforce, and many other domains as well. So they will provide the training for each domain, and after that you have to clear one exam, which is called the L1 exam, level 1 engineering exam. And if you get on 60% or above the L1 exam, then only you will be deployed in projects. If you fail to get 60%, then it will be difficult, and it may hamper your chances to get a project as well. So, and in my domain, in CIS domain, I had to go to two trainings. One is level 1 engineering, and after I cleared my level 1 engineering exam, I have to go through a SimLab training as well. So the basic things that we record are Windows, then network, then Linux, Citrix, VMware, then Oracle, and SQL. So these are the topics that we were trained on, and we had separate exams on that also. And
Okay.
after having exams, we are given an L1 exam, which included all these concepts together. So after clearing the L1, I had to go through the SimLab, and after my SimLab got just over on 21st of this month. So after that, the deployment stage will start.
Okay. So yeah, congratulations, Pritam. Congratulations for getting selected in Capgemini. And thank you for coming to our channel. Thank you for giving your valuable tips and valuable information to the juniors and all the aspirant candidates. And hope you have a great future ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much for hosting me again. Thanks a lot.